Hey everybody, this is David and welcome back to Armchair Allstars. How are you today? How's the weather up there today, Jason?
Still cold right now. It's supposed to get a balmy 45 tomorrow, though. So,
Yeah, the weather here is it's like somebody speeding saw a state trooper, then watch him turn around and go the other way. It went from 10 degrees to 80 degrees overnight. Felt like.
yeah, it's bipolar down there for sure, especially during the winter.
Yeah, it is different and special. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the obvious. We've caught a little bit of heat on the James or one of ours James Madison picks, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. James Madison will upset Oregon the same way I told all of you 4 weeks ago. The committee's gonna leave Notre Dame out. The committee's gonna leave Notre Dame out and put Miami in to not leave the ACC out. Some would call me almost a prophet. So
I call it you picked the first loser of a game. It didn't really matter which one it was.
I never said Miami was gonna make a run at the playoffs. I just said they'd get in. It's
Well,
Miami's one of those teams. They're in now. If they made a run, it wouldn't surprise me. If they got blew out in the first round, it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, they do have the only national championship quarterback in the playoffs.
That's true. Miami's so up and down. It's hard to say. I mean, I'd love to sit here and tell you, Miami's going to get blown out or Miami's going to the finals. Miami's going to win it all. I'll be honest with you. With Miami, I don't know. Like I said, they could run to the finals. They get blown out in the first round. This depends on how they feel that day, I guess.
Pretty much.
So what'd you think about that Washington Boise State game?
I mean, we didn't get to pick those games, the first two bowl games. Unfortunately, I'd have picked the way they finished. That's the way I'd have picked them. I didn't expect Boise State to do anything. Washington's actually a pretty good defensive team, and they shut them down pretty much.
Yeah, I was on the fence about it. I probably would have leaned toward Washington, but it would have been a 50-50 pick for me at the time.
The only team Boise State's played at that level was South Florida, and they got destroyed. So I just didn't see them doing that good.
Yeah, that happened again. And the other bowl game we get to talk about, which in my opinion that there is a number one top dog in college football teams in the state of South Carolina.
Yeah, congratulations, South Carolina State and the HBCU championship.
South Carolina State flew under the radar the whole time, then looked up bowl game, bam, there they are, and they won.
They've won that game a few times here in recent history. They're actually one of the top football programs in HBCU right now.
They are.
The
The coach
records
there
don't
does
look like
amazing.
it. And the records don't look like it usually. Usually they're 7-5, 6-6, but they also are playing bigger schools when they're not playing their conference opponents.
Yeah, like I said, the coach there at South Carolina State has really turned that program the right side up and done a really good job here the last few years. Whatever changes
Yeah,
he's made, they've worked.
he makes them believe they can beat anybody. That's basically and that's the way he treats the game.
And
Whether they're playing Alabama or North Carolina Central, they don't care.
and that approach has worked. I mean, it's every time I check them out, even if they lose, they don't lose bad.
No,
And I saw one of the most I'm not gonna say weirdest, but one of the rarest things I think I've ever seen in college football on that game. The South Carolina State player, the one that got hurt, was having
yeah,
trouble getting off the field. One of his teammates went by, picked him up, and carried him off the field.
good teammate.
It is.
Way it's
You
supposed
just
to be.
do what?
Way it's supposed to be.
It
You
is,
know,
but
team.
you don't see stuff like that every day. Apparently, I said that coach has done a great job over there. That's apparently from things like that and that active character that that coach is doing the right thing. He's got
Yeah.
it going on. So let's get on to the bowl games. So we got one tonight. Comes on 9 o'clock. Troy, Jacksonville State for the Salute to Veterans Bowl.
Let me go first, huh?
Go for it. You got
I'm
an
picking
8-5.
Troy.
So you got an eight and
Troy,
five Troy and an 8-5 Jacksonville State.
Troy. Both of them played their conference championship game and lost. But Troy played really tough, especially early on against a very good James Madison team. And I think they got a better defense. Offense, questionable, but they got the defense to cause problems for Jacksonville State, I think. It's a toss-up game. I want to take Troy.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I'm have to go Troy too. Let's see. And coming up on Wednesday, we have Old Dominion in South Florida. And all you guys there on TikTok that are watching us live, you are more than welcome to throw your opinions, comments, queries in the chat, and I will comment, or we will comment on them appropriately and probably wrong. But you are more than welcome by all means to send us a chat.
Most likely wrong. Yeah, most likely wrong. Uh, Old Dominion plays tough, God, but I'd take South Florida on that one.
I'm going Old Dominion. It's hard. It is hard to pick against Old Dominion because they have broken hearts, hurt some feelings, and disappointed me twice.
And they have been blown out one in other times too, so it's hard to tell which one shows up.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to go Old Dominion. All right. The Louisiana Raging Cajuns at Delaware. Two 6-6 teams.
Delaware's first season in FBS, so I'm gonna have to go with the Raging Cajuns on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Raging Cajuns. It's hard to pick against the Fun Belt.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one we got coming up: Missouri State, Arkansas. Missouri State is 7-5. Arkansas State is 6-6.
Arkansas State. Okay, you said Arkansas first. Like what?
Yeah, sorry, Arkansas State and Missouri State.
I didn't know even Arkansas State. I guess they're up to FBS now too. Huh.
Let's take a look at yes.
Uh,
They matter of fact they are in the Sun Belt West.
We'll go Missouri State on this one. Only because I've heard that team a lot more often. And a lot of their players transferred up to the bigger teams last year. So,
You know what? I'm gonna stick with the Sun Belt here. I'm going Arkansas State.
well, okay.
All right. So that does for Thursday. Friday is a pretty big lineup, and actually, as I look at the games, this one's honestly probably one of the more entertaining games that we're gonna watch, or anybody's gonna watch. It is Kennesaw State at Western Michigan, and they're playing at the Myrtle Beach Bowl in Conway.
Kennesaw State what 1-11 last year, I believe.
I think so.
But I picked them earlier on to win their conference, going Western Michigan Broncos.
It's one that's one. This is one of these, in my opinion. It's a flip a coin pick on that one. I'm gonna, you know what? Just for sake of argument, I'm gonna go Kennesaw State for the Battle of Myrtle Beach over there.
That's not a bad pick. They played really good this year.
Yeah, they both teams played decent. I mean, they both played well. I mean, it's not a nothing I would, I wouldn't shake a stick at either and say hi to either one of them getting a bowl game. They both earned their place, and it's just kind of a hard pick. All right, here we go. Memphis, North Carolina State, 8-4 Memphis, 7-5 NC State, playing the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
NC State's been one of those two. They beat Virginia, then turn around and lose everybody else. I think I'm gonna go Memphis on this one. That's on NC State. I don't think they're gonna be there for the game.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go NC State, and I think my camera froze up.
It did.
Give me one quick moment. I can remedy that. Y'all bear with me one more second. When I start getting to these playoff picks, I'm gonna need you to see the sincerity in my eyes when I talk about James Madison. All right, one more quick moment. All right, I should be back. I'm not for you. I'm back for everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, so where were we? Memphis, North Carolina State. I'm gonna go North Carolina State. Got to stick with the ACC on this one. All right, so here's the big one for Friday. Alabama, Oklahoma, the rematch. Number 9 Alabama, number 8 Oklahoma. First round of the college playoffs. It's a 1.5 point spread for Alabama.
I already
Well,
know who you're picking.
yes.
And so just for argument's sake, I'm going to go Alabama
As we all know,
for the upset.
I, well, it's a 1.5 point upset. I
But
mean,
Oklahoma beat Alabama regular season.
and I'm going
So
against all that. I'm going against everything I normally say, especially about talking about it's hard to beat a team twice, the same 2 times in 1 year. I'm gonna go against my better judgment on that, and I am going Oklahoma. I'm a Venerables fanboy. He is welcome to come home to Clemson any day. He's ready. But yeah, I'm going Oklahoma over Alabama.
I'm Alabama to me they have to win this game or all the doubts about why were they in there get set.
Oh yeah.
So they have to win it.
All right, and we're gonna start off hot. We talked about this off camera. So Saturday, Miami, Texas A&M.
I think A&M has too much offense for Miami, and Carson Beck makes too many mistakes when he's under pressure. So I'm going A&M.
Just oh gosh, just for the sake of argument, only because they're an ACC team, I'm going Miami. Like I said, Miami could win it all. I would not be surprised. Miami gets blown out Saturday, I won't be shocked. So just because they play in the ACC, they're our only hope, like Obi-Wan said. I'm going Miami. All right, here we go. Number 11, Tulane. At number 6, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss big again.
All right, so as much as I would love to sit here and tell you Tulane's going to upset Ole Miss, and it's hard for me to pick Ole Miss when I'm not jumping on the Lane train. Okay, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. That being said, I'm still buying a ticket. I'm taking Ole Miss huge because Tulane just ain't got it.
Yeah, I said they played Tulane this year, so
Here we go. We were talking about this also earlier.
yep.
The FCS Championship semifinals. Montana State.
The semifinals.
Yep.
Uh, man, I can't remember what Montana's
13.
the grids.
Yep.
I can't remember which one's which as far. What's the record for Montana?
Montana is 13-1. Montana State is 12-2.
Okay, that's what I thought. I would take Montana and Grizz on that one. That's a be a good game, but I'm
Yeah,
taking
you know what? I'm going Montana State. I'm going to have to go Montana State on that one. All right, and here we go. For all the dominoes and all the trash talking I've heard and I've said, James Madison, Oregon.
If I was doing points, I'd pick James Madison, but I'm going to pick Oregon to win the game. But less than 21 points, they got covered.
Let me look at it right here. Right here. Me and you. Audience. Audience David. I'm telling you, James Madison will upset Oregon in an outright win. Watch what I tell you. It's going to happen. James Madison upsets Oregon. James Madison gets destroyed in the second round of the playoffs. Oregon's overrated. They get beat by 3 by James Madison. That's what I'm calling. James Madison by 3. All right. Illinois State at Villanova.
Illinois State took out North Dakota State. Villanova's been pulling some upsets too, but I'm
Yep.
going Illinois State. They've already took out the big dog. They hadn't
Yeah.
backed off any.
I watched Villanova State last weekend? The other day? I watched them. Villanova State. I mean, not Villanova State. Villanova looked awesome. I never knew Villanova even had a football team. I thought they just played basketball over there.
Same here, to be honest with you.
That being said, I watched one of their games the other day. Them dudes can play ball. I'm going to go Villanova. That's one of the few FCS teams I've actually sat down and watched a whole game. It was entertaining. They can play. All right. Monday. Washington State, Utah State. Both of them are 6-6.
Man, Washington State just lost their coach again. I'm going to take Utah State.
Yeah, I gotta go Utah State on that one. Paul Washington State's had it rough. They can't. They are having a hard time at it. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and get Tuesdays out of the way too, since we're sitting here.
Correct.
So Tuesday's picks. This coming Tuesday, a week from today. Christmas Eve, we have Toledo, Louisville.
Wow, the Rockets.
Yep, 8-4
Louisville.
Toledo, 8-4 Louisville.
Louisville. That's what I'm taking.
Yeah, I got to go Louisville too. I mean, it's the ACC team. Yeah, I got to stick with the home conference there.
It's just because it's Toledo while I'm picking them.
Well, that too. I'm trying to be nice. I don't have anything against Toledo except for where they're located. All right, Western Kentucky, Southern Miss.
Southern Miss has fell off at the end of the year. I'm going to take the Hilltoppers on that one.
Yeah, I got to go Western Kentucky too. And the last one for Tuesday, or next Tuesday, UNLV, Ohio. I'm going to go ahead and go first. UNLV, because I'm not picking Ohio.
You know what? I'll make an exception. I'll take the Bobcats, Ohio.
I'm going to go UNLV. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and knock Wednesday out. So this is the Christmas Eve game, and this will have us covered up to the 26th on our picks.
All right.
Because there's a whole bunch of games on Christmas Eve. There's one.
Yeah.
It is California, Hawaii.
See, I haven't really paid much attention to Hawaii this year.
They are 8-4.
Well, I get that, but it's more of a.
How about this? So
Hawaii.
Hawaii beat Stanford, lost to Arizona, beat Sam Houston, beat Portland State, lost to Fresno State in a close one, beat Air Force, beat Utah State, beat Colorado State, lost to San Jose State, beat San Diego State, lost to UNLV, and beat Wyoming.
Wyoming was bad this year too. And they're playing California.
Yep.
They've also lost their coach.
Yep.
looking at the teams they lost to, if they had a defense, they lost a good defense. So I'm going to take California on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Cal once again. I'm not sure how I say this, but they're an ACC team. But all right, so yeah, that's all the bowl games up till Christmas Eve. So, in the playoff scheme of things, who's your early pick so far?
To win it all,
Yep.
I'm kind of torn between two teams:
All right, who's that?
Georgia, Texas Tech.
I really, really want to say I want that quarterback from Indiana to finish out his dream season. So you know
I
what?
mean,
I'm gonna go Indiana.
it's not a bad pick. I just think defense is going to run this thing, and those two had the best defense, or two of the best defenses, and it's going to be whoever makes the least amount of mistakes that wins the game. That's what I feel.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then again, Ohio State's got and Indiana's got great defenses too. So
Yeah, I'm I want I want Indiana to win, but if it's not Indiana, it's gonna be Georgia. Georgia looked awesome. And they put a beating on Alabama. Like it wasn't even a game, a beating. It was a
yeah, but
slow, methodical beating.
I don't know if you remember what happened last year in the playoffs.
I do.
Every team that got a bye lost in the second round.
Yeah, I guess we will have to find out here in about a week and a half. But yeah,
Yeah, because Georgia was one of those teams.
that's all I got other than go James Madison. And I'm gonna be a whole lot of I told you so's here in a couple of days.
I'll go ahead and shout out the Division II school Newberry in South Carolina for at least making the semifinals. They lost, unfortunately, up in Michigan in the semifinals. They did make the semifinals in the Division II playoff.
Yeah, our local teams here, our
Like
perennial,
State.
or yeah, in our home state there, our perennial powerhouses kind of suck this year.
Yeah,
So
to
like
say
I
the
said,
least.
so honestly, it's probably a tie between the best football team in the state of South Carolina, between SC State and Newberry.
Yeah, yeah.
With
Newberry had
with
only had that was their third loss of the season.
with PC pulling up a close third, then Coastal, and then what?
Yeah,
Then I'll give it to Clemson, then South Carolina, only because we beat you. That's
and
the
for
only
argument's
reason.
sake,
Huh?
the Montana game we picked.
Yep.
I looked up, they played their last game of the year in the regular season.
Yep.
Montana State won. There was only one turnover. It was pick six. That's the difference in the game, 31-28. So they're pretty much equal.
Yeah, man, those FCF schools, especially when they get to the semifinals and quarterfinals, man, that's some good football. Like it's good.
And it always seems like the Upper Plains area and Mountain West, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, those areas, Idaho, tend to have the best FCS schools too,
They
for the
they
most
do.
part.
They do by a long shot. Well, matter of fact, we have discussed it before. You don't want any kind of FCS school with state from the Northwest in your on your schedule. You
No,
might lose. Well,
it's possible.
all right. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else there, Jason?
Nope. Dan pretty much covers everything on my side.
Oh, you know what? We left something out. We talked about it the other day.
What's that?
From here at Armchair Allstars, as much as we pick and give a hard time about our local rivalry, our deepest condolences and prayers go out to the Tannehill family. And
Yes.
if you haven't heard, Steve Tannehill died a couple of days ago, and young man, 52 years old. He coached here in our hometown area for a couple of years.
Won 3 state championships in South Carolina high school
Yeah,
coaching.
seemed like a pretty decent guy the few times I ever run into him. Like I said, so from here at Armchair All Stars, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends.
Yep, definitely. He owns three of the four highest total passing yards games in South Carolina history,
Yeah, he brought that mullet magic to South Carolina.
and that he did.
Well, all right, man. That's all I got. So, from everybody over here at Armchair Allstars, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Have a great day.